Ned Ryan is the founder of American Majority, and he joins us now. So, Ned, not to be Pollyannish here or anything like that,
right?
But should we take some solace in the fact that Democrats are trying to run on a Trump agenda, at least during a campaign?
I was going to say, I'm glad you pointed out the authenticity is probably going to be lacking in the implementation of said campaign promises, Charlie. They have no intention. First of all, they can't. I mean, you really think that Spanberger can implement, quasi-MAGA agenda in Virginia and not get in trouble with their leftist base? Yes. I don't think so. And we all know they did it just to win the election. But it's sure nice for them to be crowing about how this is some referendum on Trump when in New Jersey there's more than 800,000 more registered Democrats. And as you pointed out, Virginia is basically a blue state as well. At least 250,000 modeled Democrats more than Republicans here. So you're playing with a stacked deck in a rigged game, and you're crowing that somehow there's a referendum. This isn't at all. But I will say this. I do think in some ways, Charlie, what we saw Tuesday night should be kind of a little bit of a wake-up call for Republicans going into the midterms. They've got to start really buckling down on some of the affordability issues for the American people. In tough economic times, the cultural issues, foreign policy becomes secondary. It all becomes about the pocketbook. Are the gas prices going to continue to drop? Groceries? Are we going to make the American dream achievable for the younger generation? I think Republicans should probably come up with, national mortgage assumability initiative where the buyers can assume the seller's rate. And at that point, you might be able to get a 2, 3, 4% rate, mortgage rate on a home. Stuff like this, I think, is what Republicans need to be focusing on going into the midterms.
It's such an important point, and we need to hold their feet to the fire every step of the way.
Yes.
One of the things that President Trump has failed to do before is that, of course, is a tried and true thing about politicians. You never actually solve a problem. If you solve a problem, you don't have the problem to run on. And President Trump fails to, he does not, apparently, he knows that rule, but he throws it out. And we saw that during his first term when he solved the border crisis. And then he was not able to run on it as, quite the way he did in 2016. Obviously, Joe Biden allowed him to run on it again, and it came back to him. But, if you solve that problem, then Republicans are going to have something else, and it's got to be the economy.
Right. Cut taxes, cut more spending. I mean, there's a lot of work for Republicans still to be doing between now and November of next year.
Right.
And I hope that Trump and Republicans get together and go, hey, we've got a year to figure this out. First of all, we need to start working on the economy, the affordability issue, and let's ramp up. I mean, first of all, better candidates. Charlie, we could talk a long time about the quality of candidates, but
absolutely.
Better ground game really focused on getting more of Trump's base out, because the dynamic in these elections right now in America is higher turnout benefits us, and we better figure out how to crank up our turnout for the 26 midterms.
Yeah, that is the existential question going forward for Republicans. Ned Ryan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Charlie.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.